Hey, it's those Utah sisters, and in this video, we're explaining how to play Guess Who. For Guess Who, we do have two different types of games here. There's a physical game that you can play with your class where you physically have Guess Who cards, or there is a virtual game. So if you are like a one-to-one device school and you prefer things on the computer, we also have a computer template as well. So I'm just going to kind of explain both versions and how you can play them, and there you go. If you decide to play the physical game first, the first thing you need to do is print out a set of blue and red cards, one per pair. So we have a template right there. If you open it, it's going to bring you to this right here. You'll just type whatever things you want into these. So I'm a math teacher. I a lot of the times play with equations because I want kids to be able to compare and contrast different equations. When I taught rational and irrational numbers, we played with those. My husband plays with like vocabulary terms in his history class, things like that. So you'll type all of your content and then you'll just print this page out. You need one per student, and I print them on red and blue paper so that you can easily identify them. And then they'll need to cut them out into little cards. So if you're playing with the physical game, you'll need to do that prep work a little bit ahead of time. And then we also recommend having one scorecard per student. Again, if you click on this, it's going to bring you to this page right here. You'll just print this out, and this way it keeps track of them playing each game and stuff like that. So there you go. Okay, when you are playing the physical version, students need to pair up and sit across from their partner. They should lay out all of their cards face up in front of them. So all of the words or the equations or whatever needs to be facing up. Without speaking, students need to pick a card that they're going to answer questions about and record it on their scorecard sheet. So right here where it says like number chosen, they'll write the card that they choose right there for sure, whatever they picked. Do not have them flip over that card. This is important because there is a chance them and their partner both chose the same card, and if they flip it over, it ruins the game. Once both students have chosen their cards, the gameplay can begin. The object of the game is to guess the partner's card before their partner guesses their own. So they take turns asking each other yes or no questions to narrow it down. So a history example I gave is your card the date of a war? If my partner said yes, I would flip over all the cards that are not the date of a war. If my partner said no, I would flip over all the cards that are the date of a war. Once I have flipped over my cards, then my partner gets a turn asking me a yes or no question, and I answer it about my card. It's based off of that board game Guess Who, where you're answering questions about pictures of people. So kind of that things. And then the first person to guess their partner's card wins. They will record a win or loss on their score sheet. They pick up their cards and then they go find a new person to play against. So I actually do have a video of this being played in my class right here that I'm going to show you guys so you kind of get the idea here. This was from a while ago. But see how one partner has red, one has blue. They're asking each other yes or no and flipping them over or taking them out as this girl is, and then they just keep going back and forth until they can determine their partner's card. That's if you want to play the physical version. It's a lot of fun. There you go. Virtual game. The idea of the game is the same and the way you play is the same. However, instead of having physical cards laid out in front of them, we have created a PowerPoint that you can use. So prior to starting, you're going to need to download this PowerPoint template right here. And when you open it, sorry, I should explain this to you really quick. When you open it in this, we did not create it in Google Slides. So it's not even going to let you edit it here. It'll say it's like a non-editable or a view-only document. You need to click File, create a copy, and then download a copy to be able to make any changes to our stuff. And that's with everything in this website here, all of these files. You'll need to download copies before you can change them. Once you download a copy, it will open up in PowerPoint, which is how we designed the game. So this is actually what you want it to be in anyways, is PowerPoint. Prior to starting, you'll do the same thing. You'll go and type whatever content you want. So dates, vocab words, equations, whatever you're doing. Then you're going to link this PowerPoint slide so all your students have access to it. They need to download it to their computers, and then they're ready to play. Same thing, they're going to partner up. They'll each click slideshow. I'm on the slideshow tab right here, sorry. They'll each click slideshow from beginning, and it's going to open up the slideshow on their computer. I'll take turns asking my partner yes or no questions, and the way to flip over the cards in this game is just to click on them. So let's say like this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong, this is wrong. And then my partner would ask me a question. Then it's my turn again. I ask them, and you just click stuff, and then hopefully they'll get it to where they only have one card or one game board left. And then they can guess their partner's card. I'm going to exit out of there. So that is the physical or the virtual version if you want to try and play that with your class. Now, we do have a few tips here. Oh, also, if you want to start a new game, they need to click the spacebar twice to reset the slideshow from beginning again to play against a new partner. A few tips. Guessing your partner's card does take a turn, meaning if I have narrowed it down to 2 options and I say, "Is your card this?" and they say no, my turn is now over and my partner gets a shot at guessing my card and winning. I have to wait until my next turn to guess. So guessing takes a turn. If a student answers a question wrong, they automatically lose that round and it makes the game impossible to continue. So I tell students if their partner asks a question and they aren't sure, they need to raise their hand and check with the teacher before answering. If you can prevent wrong answers before they take place, it makes it go a lot smoother. To really increase understanding, you can have kids reflect at the end of the game about which major differences and similarities were between the cards, what were good questions to ask, what were hard questions to ask, what kinds of things made it easier to narrow down, and that really ups the understanding. And you can make students choose a new card every game or allow them to pick the same one. It's up to you since they're playing against new partners. Another tip to ramp up the rigor, this is my favorite thing, is you can put black words on the board. These are words they cannot use when asking their neighbors questions. So example, I'm a math teacher and I black out all digits. They cannot ask their neighbor the question like, does your card have the number 3 on it? 3 is a digit. That doesn't help them understand the math. That helps them understand just like physical appearance of something, which is not what we want. So you can black out words like that to make it more engaging and interesting. There you go. If you decide to give this game a try in your classroom, be sure to tag us at those Utah Sisters.